Mysterio up top. Rey Mysterio dives. A front smash of his own.
Leg hooked.
Both legs hooked.
He got him!
Look how quickly Rey Mysterio turned the tide.
Now let's be Priestley. Be Priestley.
That's Will Ospreay's girlfriend.
Don't do that. Oh no. Using the title belt. Ospreay for the Oz Cutter. Nailed it on Rampage. Ospreay to go to the finals. Ospreay wins with the help of B. Priestley. Go. It is time for this evening's main event. We know the identity of 7 of the 8 and qualifiers to go through to the quarterfinals tomorrow night in Manchester. The reason we are hesitating here slightly is the ropes are being tightened behind us because these two men, they want to use the ropes, they want to use the turnbuckles, every part of the ring to their advantage. I'm talking about, of course, the aerial assassin Will Ospreay and the legendary Rey Mysterio.
Will Ospreay must have grown up as a young man watching Rey Mysterio, watching from afar, admiring everything that Rey Mysterio did in pro wrestling. Moments away from seeing what Will Ospreay can do against the great Rey Mysterio. Here we go, Bradshaw, the one everyone's been waiting on.
What a night it has been, and the aerial assassin.
The following is the Pro Wrestling World Cup Round of 16 match, scheduled for one fall. Representing England, this is Will Ospreay!
What is there left to be said about Will Ospreay? Quite simply, the talk of the wrestling world. Over these past couple of years, Will Ospreay has done things in midair that you simply would not believe a human being can do. He has revolutionized professional wrestling in many, many ways, alongside the likes of Ricochet and all those other guys who are part of this incredible generation of talent. Ospreay, here in Milton Keynes, looking to become the 8th and final man in the World Cup quarterfinals.
Listen to the electric atmosphere in Milton Keynes when an athlete like Will Ospreay enters the scene.
In the presence of a legend. Goosebumps doesn't cover it. Rey Mysterio is here.
Can you imagine how Will Ospreay feels right now? The Pro Wrestling World Cup would mean everything to Ospreay. Everything. Everything. The quarterfinals awaits for one of these two men. Could it be the aerial assassin or will it be the master? That is Rey Mysterio.
He was a 3-time world champion in WWE, a 2-time Intercontinental champion, the Royal Rumble winner in 2006. That's before you get into all his tag title reigns, his cruiserweight title reigns in WCW, everything he's done in Mexico. Rey Mysterio is as close to a living legend as you can possibly get.
And look at this, the emotion overwhelming for Ospreay. As I referenced earlier on, Rey Mysterio a hero to millions around the globe. There's only one that matters right now, and that's the man standing across the ring from him, and that is the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. This is one of the biggest matches in Ospreay's career.
Oh, undoubtedly. Listen to this. The crowd, perhaps because we are in England, are supporting Will Ospreay. Or are they?
Well, that changed in mid-air. That's incredible. What an atmosphere.
This is absolutely tremendous.
Planet Ice or not, the atmosphere is red hot in Milton Keynes.
Collar and elbow tie-up between Ospreay and the man he idolized as he grew up training to be a pro wrestler. First a backyarder, then he was trained in the art of professional wrestling, and now he finds himself in the ring against Rey Mysterio. For Will Ospreay, this could almost be a dream.
Yeah, we're busy talking about Will Ospreay and what this means to him, but for Rey Mysterio, a quarter-final slot in the Pro Wrestling World Cup awaits. That'll mean everything to Rey as well. He doesn't want to just come here and put on an exhibition. He wants to advance in this tournament.
Yeah, you know, I get the impression with Rey Mysterio that the sort of the title of veteran, the title of being kind of the old guy in the room, has never sat comfortably with him. Rey Mysterio is absolutely a man who can still go, and he intends to prove it here.
He's always been the underdog, though, and it has to do with the small stature. It has to do with the fact that almost everyone he has come up against has been physically larger. So to be the veteran, even the older, more experienced man, he's still the smaller of the two. Between Mysterio and Will Ospreay, there's no denying that.
Yeah, he proved his point in Mysterio in qualifying for this round of 16. He beat Alberto El Patron and Juventud Guerrera, both of them obviously world-class competitors in their own right.
Well, how ironic. Mysterio had history with El Patron and Guerrera, but Will Ospreay could make history tonight, and look at this.
Ospreay and Mysterio already lighting it up.
It's like a powder keg, it's just waiting to explode.
Already looking like it could do as the handstand sends Ospreay back to his feet.
Oh, down hard.
Mysterio takes down Ospreay. No, he doesn't. Again, the handstand. This is reminiscent of what Mysterio experienced against Ricochet yesterday at Stacked.
Listen to this.
Everybody is on their feet. This is wild.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable to see live in living colour. This is what WCPW, this is what professional wrestling is all about. This is why. The next best thing's YouTube if you can't be here live. This is why you should buy a ticket and you should be here in person.
The challenge here for Ospreay, in my mind, as I was coming here today, was that given how much of a hero Rey Mysterio has been to him, is not to get starstruck. Ospreay needs to appreciate that he has every right to be in there with Rey Mysterio. I'm sure he will. Ospreay is showing no signs of lacking that trademark self-confidence.
It's going to be killer instinct. At some point, the respect and, you know, all the showmanship and the mutual admiration society has to fly out the window. There's a match to win. At the end of the day, there's so much at stake here.
Ospreay got sent to the outside. Mysterio sends him down. And that is a dangerous place to be when you're in there against the man from San Diego, Rey Mysterio, and slides on his belly to hit a big splash on Ospreay.
Well, that's a first for me, Bradshaw. I don't think I've ever seen that in person before.
Rey Mysterio.
Not sure Will Ospreay has either.
Mysterio trying to show here that he is still the master and Ospreay is still the apprentice. Springboard, leg drop, cover, Mysterio, leg hooked, 2 count.
And notice how Rey Mysterio, he throws all his weight across the solar plexus of Will Ospreay every time he's trying to cover him here. He's a very small man, obviously, but he will do everything it takes. He knows all the tricks of the trade. He's been around. He will do everything it takes. And yeah, again, this crowd taking over Dave Bradshaw. What an atmosphere.
Mysterio, though, not in any way being cowed by this positive reaction for Ospreay. There's been some support for Rey as well. And Mysterio baseball slide. That was right between the legs.
Right to the aerial assassins.
Obviously, a low blow is illegal, I think. Referee Joel Allen
to the back of the leg, yes.
It was, and I think that is a good call.
I didn't spot that from our vantage point, but that's why referee Joel Allen is in there and not us. Eagle eye for details.
And Mysterio knew what he was doing there. Mysterio is clearly no fool. He wouldn't do anything that would get himself disqualified. Ospreay trying to use some strength and some balance here with Mysterio on his shoulders. That takes some power.
Great leg strength.
Ospreay gets rolled up by Mysterio. Winner of this one, of course, going to face Speedball Mike Bailey of Canada tomorrow night in Manchester. Bailey was the first man to qualify for the quarterfinals tonight. He is the last to find out who his opponent will be.
And it's a difficult one for Speedball because who do you want? Rey Mysterio or Will Ospreay?
Well, that's not the best of choices to have to make, is it? Because either man is going to be an epic challenge for Bailey. Oh, forearm from Mysterio. Ospreay sent back into the middle of the ring. Again, the springboard. Ospreay, the drop kick, plucks Mysterio out of midair.
It was perfect. Perfectly placed. Great timing from Ospreay.
Ospreay holds the arm down. Mysterio wriggles free.
Ospreay now, where does he go next here?
Ospreay gaining in confidence every moment this goes on while he has the upper hand against Mysterio. Drops him, slams him down. That's obviously to put him in position. What's this going to be? Leaps over the top. Senton splash. Cover. It's him wrapped up for a 2 count.
And Ospreay tried something different there, putting all his body weight across the legs of Rey Mysterio, hoping that the legend wouldn't be able to kick out, but kick out he did. It's going to take a lot to beat either one of these two men, isn't it? At the end of the day, we can sit here and we can talk about these near falls. It's going to take a hell of a lot.
It is. I mean, I mentioned Ospreay's confidence a moment ago. Let's not forget Rey Mysterio's as well, because Mysterio had a big win against someone who is synonymous with Will Ospreay in King Ricochet last night at Stacked. And he knows, I think that has just redoubled in Mysterio's mind his self-belief that he is able to hang with this new generation.
No doubt, but look at this. Will Ospreay has Mysterio in trouble here. The agonizing screams from Rey.
Variation on the cloverleaf as Mysterio reaches the bottom rope. That will have done some damage. You see he's trying to shake some feeling back into that left knee.
Well, what a pay-per-view that was you just referenced. Dave Bradshaw Stacked. If you want to see it, of course, you should sign up automatically, immediately to What Culture Extra. You missed one hell of a show, not least Rey Mysterio against King Ricochet.
Ospreay, the drop kick to that damaged left knee of Mysterio. Another 2 count.
Rey Mysterio having to vacate the ring. He has to get out of there for a while, because that's a bad wheel and that's a bad situation for him.
Yeah, Ospreay is not going to give Mysterio too much time to recover. You see he's stalking him now. And
big slap almost across the face.
That was an open hand. Ospreay sends Mysterio into the guardrail. Ospreay is not giving Mysterio any kind of recuperation time. Mysterio knows his only option here is to fight back. That is what he's doing.
Well, Mysterio wanted to get away. Oh, down on the ring apron. And that's that leg again.
Yeah, exactly right. The left leg of Rey Mysterio, the left knee, into the corner of the ring apron. The cover from Ospreay. Slightly sloppy cover. Shoulder goes up for Mysterio. Mysterio, though, is just backing himself into the corner. He is in need of some respite here. There are no timeouts, obviously. If there were, this would be the time to call one.
Well, absolutely. Mysterio, we talked about the FIFA World Cup earlier on. He could do with half time round about now, but he ain't going to get it. Will Ospreay is right to stay on the offensive.
Never mind half-time, Ospreay's looking for full-time here. Ospreay thinks that he can end this in the near future. Ospreay, with arms wrapped around the neck, the throat of Rey Mysterio, who finds his way out with those elbows. Ospreay quickly back on offense. Ospreay sent to the corner, Mysterio charges in, no one home. Mysterio, moonsault caught, turns it around into a DDT.
That's the moment that Mysterio desperately needed. That buys him some time, maybe not as much as he'd like, but some, and that could be crucial in this contest.
Absolute marvel how you can be so quick thinking. He went for the moonsault, got caught, and had the wherewithal to very quickly come up with a plan B and plant Ospreay with that DDT.
Right in the top of his head. And Rey Mysterio now, he looks as though he's going high again.
Mysterio headed to the top floor. Ospreay getting back to his feet. Will Ospreay, there's a seated senton from Mysterio. Mysterio, the springboard, the crossbody. Ospreay reeling. Ospreay goes for a sunset flip. Mysterio gets out, kicks him in the side of the head.
He's got the pin.
Mysterio sits on top and was a split second away from going to the quarterfinals, but this one will continue, much to the pleasure of everyone here.
Absolutely, we talk about half-time, full-time. Everyone in attendance wants extra time on this main event.
Mysterio sends Ospreay onto the apron. Mysterio goes face first into the turnbuckle, then eats the boot of Ospreay. Ospreay is going to springboard again. Leaping forearm from Ospreay.
Aerial Assassin's feeling it. He's feeling it.
Will Ospreay looks like he's going for the Rainmaker. Thing he learned from his mentor, Kazuchika Okada. But Mysterio drops him on the back of his neck and Ospreay gets out again.
You can't even keep up with these two men at times. It's impossible. They do things that mere mortal men could only dream of.
Both men down. Referee starts his count. Both men are moving. Who will get to their feet first? It's going to be Mysterio. Ospreay follows him soon after. Oh, and Ospreay in position. Ospreay in position. You know what's coming now. The 619 with Ospreay. Launched back with an uppercut.
Ospreay had that one well scouted. Of course, one of the most famous moves in wrestling.
Ospreay, drop kick into the chest.
He got all of that one. Every single ounce of pressure crashing down on Mysterio's chest from Will Ospreay.
Unreal. The cover. Will this do it? No.
How does he do that, Bradshaw? It baffles me every time I see it.
Will Ospreay defying the laws of physics, as he does each and every time he enters a wrestling ring.
There is a reason that the entire wrestling fraternity, community, brotherhood if you like, the entire wrestling world, they're constantly talking about Will Ospreay. There's a reason for that, and we're seeing what that reason is here tonight.
Ospreay with Mysterio on his shoulders. And Mysterio catches him! Mysterio catches him! He'll try for a second time! For the 619! Oh, he got caught! He got caught! Ospreay caught him! Ospreay caught him! Mysterio in trouble! Mysterio holding on for dear life! Mysterio!
Oh, kick right to the face!
Oh, Ospreay's caught him! Cheeky Nando's kick! Slams him down! Wraps him up! Ospreay to win it! Mysterio out again!
Oh, I hope Mysterio likes his Nando's spicy, because that's how Will Ospreay likes it. What a vicious kick right to the head.
Ospreay, the adrenaline coursing through his body. Mysterio!
Oh, no way! Are you kidding me?
Mysterio is in position!
I don't think Mysterio reckoned this would happen.
Ospreay goes to the ropes, 619, no one home. Ospreay will try again, 619! 619 from Mysterio!
Right into the midsection.
Ospreay, oh! A handspring, the overhead kick, Mysterio down, Ospreay down, and we are watching a classic.
It remains 619. What's the dial code for Essex? That's what I'm wondering. Someone needs to call Will Ospreay's mama and tell her that her baby boy is having one hell of a match here in Milton Keynes.
This will be one for the highlight reel, that's for sure. Ospreay and Mysterio, both down. They are chanting CCC for Mysterio.
Incredible scenes here at the Pro Wrestling World Cup, and remember, that's what's at stake, a quarter-final berth in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Let's not lose sight of that.
Mysterio trying to grab onto the leg of Ospreay to stop him ascending to the top turnbuckle. Mysterio.
He's doing so gingerly though, Ospreay, and it cost him in the end.
He couldn't quite get up there before Mysterio got back to his feet. Mysterio is trying to pound away at Ospreay here to neutralize that threat from the turnbuckle.
Mysterio's going to join him in the penthouse.
Yeah, but Ospreay's caught him. Ospreay has caught him on his shoulders. Mysterio knows he's in trouble. Mysterio trying to struggle his way free, but now it's Mysterio who's going to take advantage, or is he? Oh, he caught him. Ospreay caught him.
What a block from Will Ospreay.
Ospreay caught him, picks him up. Again, great strength from Ospreay. Maybe trying for a powerbomb. Mysterio is trying to stop it.
Ospreay did everything he could to block that attempted Hurricane Rana from Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, but look at this. Mysterio's grabbing Ospreay by the hair. Mysterio grabbing Ospreay by the head to take him up. And he nails him with the bulldog.
Ring-a-ding-ding. We may be ringing the bell on this one.
Mysterio covers Ospreay. Surely, no. My God. My God.
Where do we go from here? Just where do we go from here? I'm not even sure Will Ospreay and Rey Mysterio could answer that question.
Mysterio can't believe that was not enough to put away Will Ospreay.
You think of the contrast in matches we've seen here this evening. It's incredible stuff. Worthy main event anywhere in the world.
Oh, absolutely. Rey Mysterio unloading with those forearms now on Ospreay. Ospreay back to his feet. Ospreay! Just like that! Lightning fast! The cover! And no! Again! Mysterio out!
Well, Ospreay, by that expression though, when Mysterio kicked out, he wasn't expecting that. I think Will Ospreay thought he'd caught the legend, the icon, by surprise. Yes, it is.
Ospreay, it is his turn to have a look of disbelief on his face. Mysterio,
he's still moving.
Yes, and while he's still moving, while he's still breathing, he is very much a part of this Pro Wrestling World Cup.
Well, nobody wants to wave goodbye to either one of these men. They have fought so hard to even make it to this round of 16. But again, we've said it time and time again throughout this entire competition, qualifiers and all, only one will get that spot in the quarterfinals. Just one. They can't both do it.
Ospreay, what is Ospreay doing? What is Ospreay doing? Ospreay has Mysterio up in the crucifix, it looks like. Ospreay, what is he planning? Oh, he tapped him! But he landed on his feet! Ospreay landed on his feet!
Well, what next?
What did we just see? Mysterio sends Ospreay to the ropes! Here it comes! 6-1-9! Mysterio! The splash! Knees up! Ospreay hooks the leg! Ospreay! And oh, Mysterio kicked out!
Someone get me some oxygen.
What are we watching?
He caught him with all of that one too, Dave Bradshaw. Well, we are catching our breath. Will Ospreay on the offensive.
Oscutter on Mysterio. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest and advancing to the quarterfinals, Will Ospreay.
Quite simply, one of the great wrestling matches we have ever had the privilege of witnessing.
Stunning, simply stunning. And look at this, the emotion again pouring out of Will Ospreay's body. This is unbelievable. What a moment for Will Ospreay to defeat Rey Mysterio. And not only that, Dave Bradshaw, advance in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. He is past the round of 16. Forget that. It's yesterday's news now. Will Ospreay is in the quarterfinals.
Will Ospreay took everything that his idol had to throw at him, and somehow on this night in Milton Keynes still came out on top. Ospreay advances to the quarterfinals and a date with destiny against Canada's Speedball Mike Bailey tomorrow night. My God, what a match, what a night here in Milton Keynes.
Unbelievable.
We now know the identity of the 8 men who will compete in the quarterfinals in Manchester.
Listen. Just quickly, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm an emotional ass kid, so if I do cry, please forgive me, but listen now. True story, when I was 12 years old, my mum and dad tried to buy me tickets to come see you at SmackDown once upon a time. And we didn't have enough money, we had to sit right there in the nosebleed seats, not even joking. And all I wanted to do is I wanted to be like one of these kids wearing the mask front row. I wanted that head-to-head contact and I wanted to feel your energy, man. Listen, I have worked so hard, I have faced my heroes, but you need to know this, man. You are literally one of the reasons I was here. If not... You probably get this so much, man, and I understand that. But you are a whole reason why a whole generation of wrestlers want to be different. They want to stand out. And there are so many people that try and discredit what I do. But I know it's worked off. I know the hard work has paid off because now I'm standing in a ring with a man I call my hero. I've said it enough for you, man. I have nothing but respect for you. So I'm going to say it now, I'll say it forever. Thank you so much for honoring me in this ring. Thank you.
Emotions running high on a night here in Milton Keynes that we will never forget. But the action doesn't stop here.
For Will and myself, this is a very special moment. I truly feel honored to be able to be part of this new generation, this new breed. The evolution of wrestling is right here. I said it before, I've been a big fan of sharing the ring with Ricochet. It's been incredible. And he just told me back there, you haven't wrestled Will yet, right? I said, no. And he goes, damn, you're gonna like it. 100%. I feel honored to have stepped in the ring with this man right here. What can I say, man? Will, you are the future of this sport, man. And just to make this night memorable, leave this behind and give it to you because this will remember our match. I love you guys. Will, keep kicking ass, man. I love you. This ring is yours. Cherish it. One love.
Will Ospreay receiving the ultimate sign of respect from Rey Mysterio. We are back tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time, the quarterfinals of the Pro Wrestling World Cup. But for now, it's from Kicks.